Right then, folks, big day today. I've got headphones in that aren't connected to anything. Let me just remove those. There. Now it feels better. I realise what an interesting start to an episode. It's our final day as Stuttgart manager then, and I'm going to miss them. I think similarly to Dresden, we've brought them so far, and now it's time to move on to a slight upgrade, but it's not done yet. We've got 2 games today, which are very, very polarising. Since we last met then, a 2-0 win against Ingolstadt, a 2-0 defeat, to Hamburg, and a 3-0 win against Hertha. Mainz and Hoffenheim today, 2 games that, you'd ordinarily think you'd be able to take. Hoffenheim then in 12th position and Mainz just below them in 13th. As I say, 2 games you'd probably expect to win, but not easy games by any stretch. Difficult teams with a point to prove, you think, at the end of this season. Dortmund, on the other hand then, of course, the team we're going to, I'm going to show you, have Ingolstadt and Hamburg to come and are in the Europa League final. They beat Monaco over 2 legs. Now, I'm asking you for this video right now, if you would like to see 2 seconds, that's just probably Ben Sports News. If you would like to see that final as a second upload today, then I'm happy to bring that to you. If you're not interested, fine. But what I'm going to say is, as soon as this video today hits 2,000 likes, I will upload the Europa Cup final with Dortmund playing Tottenham, by the way, in that. Honestly, you've got to stop that. It's not even a sound effect. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, 2,000 likes. As soon as we hit it, I will upload the Europa Cup final. If you want to see it, I guess. So then the first game of the episode is against Mainz, and team-wise, we're going to go at our relatively full-strength side. Chimenzi in goal, then Van der Mees, Ronaldo, Samuel, PK, and actually, I've just thought about this now. We can bring back Khalifa Khalafa into the mix. Let's get Khalifa Khalafa, bring him in at left back. Veron and Fernandes then in midfield with Oviedo, Schneider, and Dunkel ahead. Defoe will be up top for us today, and a decent bench as well. We've got the likes of Seri on there, Mangala, Manolas, Henry Green, Romanos as well. Decent, very decent. Okay then, Stuttgart versus Mainz. They've got a Toure, Kofi Toure in the middle. For a very small moment, I thought that could be Kolo Toure. He'd be about 50, so it seems unlikely. And in midfield for Mainz today, a 50-year-old Kolo Toure. Just box-to-box role still, loving it. So 2 games today, it's going to be interesting. Of course, we can try and get Stuttgart into those Europa places at the sadness of Dortmund it'll be, which is... I don't know how to feel about it. We're going to play it as we have all season, though. I'm going to try and win them for the competitive integrity of the league. I should try and win them. Schneider, ball in then. Corner ball. It's the first attack of the game, really. Schneider again puts it in. PK front post. Heads it in. And we take a lead. It looks like Dortmund are winning their game too. So we're both still level on points. The Champions League is now long gone. It was always we were fighting a losing battle for a long time, and this is kind of why we're taking this step up. I don't feel as if Stuttgart have the credentials to challenge for those Champions League places. I do, however, think Dortmund can, and that's a key reason to why we're making the move. As the ball comes in, then PK front post, free header, and puts it into the back of the net. Okay, coming forward again, but Kolo Toure intercepts, and now the ball played forward, and it looks like Mainz are finally getting a little bit of a grip on this game. 24 minutes gone, forward to Schaffer. Ronaldo Samuel gets it on him, and then Veron puts it forward. I can't get a player that I will try and coax with me over towards Borussia Dortmund as the ball's played in. Oh my word, Ronaldo Samuel beaten to it. Schaefer with the goal. Moritz Schaefer, 26 minutes gone, 7th goal of the season for him. The first shot on target for Mainz, but a goal nonetheless. I don't want to see it again, thank you. Okay, another chance for us perhaps. Oviedo, right side. He's tackled sort of. Defoe's there, front post, headed on goal. Muller, the Mainz goalkeeper though, with the save, and it remains 1-1. About 5 minutes or so, well not even that, 3 minutes to go of this first half. Ronaldo Samuel heads down wide though. We've dominated the game so far, more possession, far more shots as well, but so far we haven't had a goal. Or another goal, I should say. I want 2 goals. Veron, forward towards Defoe. Final chance of the half, you'd think. Defoe on his own. Tackled. Fernandes. Oviedo's in on goal. Hits the post. Comes out, though. And that's going to be half-time, you would imagine. And so far, 1-1. Not what we want, really. Again, I want to go out on a high. I don't want to go out with a sort of a couple of draws against some sort of lower to mid-table sides. That's not what you want. You want to leave the Stuttgart fans with happy memories. And let's face it, all of these players are playing to get a move to a slightly bigger team. Look, let's be fair, because they can hear me. I'm on the sideline with a megaphone. I don't know what I've got that for. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, please stay off the grass. Thank you, stay off the grass. If I'm going to have it, I'm going to use it properly. So, I'm going to use it for a purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the pitch. Number 6. He's not here. He doesn't play for us. It's Andy Tannoy. That was just for me. That wasn't even for you. You know, during Salford, I would always say, if you didn't watch Parma, that's a moment for those people that watch Salford. If you didn't watch Salford, that would have made no sense at all. Meanwhile, while I'm messing about, we're in possession. 20 minutes to go. Duncan on this left-hand side. Forward to Schneider. Back to Fernandes. Go on, leave me with one, Fernandes. Oh, my word, he's unfortunate, the goalkeeper. But who cares? I made a very squealy noise. It's just occurred to me. You're all wondering what that was. Fernandes, though, 20 yards out. Schneider pulls it across to him. You're thinking it. We're all thinking it. Is he going to hit one? Is he going to leave us with a lovely memory? And look at that for a strike. Off the crossbar, off Muller, into the back of the net. It was such a good strike. It deserved to be a goal. 2-1 then. 50 minutes to go. And another highlight. What's this going to be? Could well be a mains attack. Well, that's a waste of everybody's time. Right, 50 minutes to go. Alberto Selli's going to come on for Defoe up front. Mangala for Fernandes in the middle. We're going to keep things fresh, get some old legs on there as well to see this game out. Selli being the old legs at this stage. And with 5 seconds to go then, that should be that. Stuttgart 2, Mainz 1, and Stuttgart get their win. I think Dortmund must have won their game though. They stay above us in the league table. The team talk's gone well. The morale is very high, I must say. It's going to be... I mean, the fact we finished outside of the top 5 is now a little bit disappointing. I feel like I've had a pretty good year. Just going towards the Hoffenheim game, you can notice there on the 20th, Dortmund versus Spurs. On the 21st, Benji joins Dortmund. That's going to be fun. Right, folks, second game of the episode and the final game of the season. And we're going to bring in Cordell Walker for this one, as well as Henry Green. Do you know what? Cordell Walker was brought in as the ultimate kind of, if things go wrong, we bring him in. It's just so happened we've not had really any injuries in the wide areas, so we've not really required him that much. But he's going to play for us today, the Spaniard who was brought in the summer, and he's going to get his first game for us right now. Hopefully it's a good one. And well, you never know. This is the kind of guy that when I leave might flourish in a side that play a more sort of rigid 4-4-2 or something like that. You never know. So anyway, let's get into the game then. Let's give him his game. The team largely remains the same. Henry Green and Cordell Walker. The only two changes. Let's see how we get on. You'll notice there that Hoffenheim playing a very similar system to us. Let's see how it affects us. I think we'll be fine, but we'll see. We're in the white then, shooting from left to right in our final match of the season. Of course, if Dortmund lose, they will slip out of those Europa League spots. They play Hamburg, who are up in 7th, so a difficult game for Dortmund, you have to say. And if we win, essentially, if our result's better than Dortmund's, then they're in trouble. Although they do have a better goal difference than us, as Glenk has scored. Konrad Glenk. It's a good name. So there we are then, 1-0. Are we going to see anything fancy from our boys in this last game of the season? We're away from home, so obviously it puts a bit of pressure on. I noticed there that Hoffenheim have had one shot and it's gone in. So Hoffenheim, is that what I'm saying? Hoffenheim. I think I'm saying Hein, and it's Heim. Not Hein. It's not Hoffenheim. It's Hoffenheim. Henry Green, corner, played in. Fernandes heads down. A Bormann stops it from going in the back of the net. Then still 1-0, and we may well see more highlights in this. I'd be very surprised if that was the highlight. As PK comes across intercept. Schneider on it now. He's got Henry Green in the middle. As Schneider takes on his man towards Henry Green. Cleared. Ronaldo Samuel now at the back. Van der Mees. He's got an option down this right-hand side. Finds Cordell Walker. How's his delivery? Ball played in. Oh, my word. It's, well, the two guys that we started late in the game then. It was Cordell Walker into Henry Green, and there's the goal. Let's take a look at it again then in 3 dimensions. You can see on this right-hand side, Cordell Walker spins his man beautifully, gets lots and lots of space. The first time delivery is very, very good. Fernandes does a little dive, and Henry Green prods home. There we have it then, 1-1, back in the game. Probably should have played him more this season if his delivery is that good. And at this point, we will Cordell Walker, he's there again. Can he do it again? Oh, it's a great ball in. Schneider's there to make it 2-1. And unless Dortmund get their act together, Stuttgart are kicking them out of the Europa League. Of course, they've still got that chance to get into the Champions League with that Europa League final, which you may well see later on. That's what you got to do. The thummy up thing. That sounds worse than that. 2-1. Move on. Some nice possession from well, I was going to say the visitors, but from the home side as Pasek plays it back to the back post. And my word, it's back in the back of the net. 2-2. Forget that. Forget it. It's It's the end of the season. I'm on my holidays essentially. I'm not reading out that name. Don't be daft. Lovely little chip through a chipped ball even to the back post. And Amat. No, I shouldn't be bothering. So at half time then, aggressive. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. 2-2 against Hoffenheim. Heim, not good enough is what I'm getting at, so let's pick it up. Right, changes can be made, and we're going to start the first start of the second half even with another one. Romanos is going to come on, still German. But before that substitution takes place, we've got Fernandes into Cordell Walker. Well, Cordell Walker's been tackled. I don't know what I thought. That could have been a foul, as the ball is launched forward. Well, Van der Mees, he's got some work to do to get back to recover this. He's very good at 1v1s, but he's been absolutely roasted there. Ball played in. Phillips there. Sure, they've made a mess of it. What a pity. As Henry Green gets on it now, and the counter-attack, the charge begins. Fernandes drives forward. He's tackled. And now maybe it's Hoffenheim's chance to go out as again. It's offside. What an anticlimax. Oh, Hamburg are beating Dortmund. Dortmund have made a right mess of it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is that a beat in here? What piss is that? Ball played forward, and all of a sudden, oh my word, 56 minutes on the clock, and there's a chance for Hoffenheim. The ball played in. Oh, they've scored! And I really don't know how to feel about it. We're going to go attacking regardless. We're going to try and get back in this. This is very polarising. I guess again, competitive integrity, Ben. Competitive integrity. We're going to bring on Defoe for Henry Green. In fact, actually, no, we're going to put Henry Green on that right-hand side. Cordell Walker, thank you for your service this season, my friend. Although it's only been 74 minutes, you've got an assist to your name, so I'll take that if I were you. And 3-2 down, we've got some work to do to get back in this. Will there be a final twist in the tail? Dortmund still are behind right now to Hamburg. I realise, it's better over here, isn't it? As we come forward, there's 20 seconds to go, and we're coming forward then. Romanos on this left-hand side, even ball into the middle. I get my left and rights mixed up, and there we are then. It looks as if we're going to lose today, which I've never been more sort of okay with. It's 3-2 to Hoffenheim. Stuttgart then remain in 6th position. You get quite a lot of money for that, I have to say. Despite that, I'm angry. I'm going to say that was not good enough. We should be winning matches like that. A poor performance from the boys. And, we leave that this season at that point there. We'll take a look through a few stats, shall we? See who played well this year. Okay, let's take a look through a few things then. 50 million in the Stuttgart bank, and they've got lots of money to spend. Whoever comes in as the new manager will do a fine job, of no doubt, and he'll have the money to spend as well then. Right then, let's take a look through the squad. How did they do? If we bring up our road trip view here, you can see, if we look at appearances then, Chimenti and Fernandes, I mean, they've been absolute stalwarts on our side. Both have made 47 appearances. And Fernandes, we go to the goals here. Defoe with 21, Kevin, the Vulcanator, would have got far more, you'd assume, if he was not injured. Of course, he's still going to be out for a couple of months as well. He got, 11 this year. Jimmy Rod had a fantastic start to the season. 10 goals for him, 7 assists. And then the real star for me, that Fernandes, 15 goals, 9 assists for him. If you look at the assist charts, then Henry Green tops it. Dunkel not too far behind with 10 as well. Romanos with 8. You've got lots of people chipping in. Schneider with 6 as well. Not enough goals from Schneider, I have to say. He's the sort of player I wouldn't be taking with me to another club because he just doesn't have enough goals in his locker. You look at how James Rodriguez did at the tender age of 34? Just contributed far more in terms of goals. Shots on target percentage, I guess we're looking at strikers here. Defoe and the Vulcanator, both sort of the low 60s, 61 and 64%. We'll ignore the rest because they're not really, they didn't play as many games essentially, so it's not as important. Goals per 90 minutes there, the most lethal of them all is Alberto Seni, Kevin and Defoe behind, with Rodriguez not too far behind as well. And pass completion then, Christian Veron with an 89% pass completion over the 43 games. Ain't too bad at all, let me tell you. Highest amount of assists per minute, you'd expect there Henry Green to be up there, and he is. Passes completed per 90 minutes. You've got Schneider very high up, not on the goals, but gets a lot of passes, gets a lot of work done. Key headers in the team then. Let's take a quick look at this. Ronaldo Samuel with 86. So many more than his other two partners, but they didn't play as many games as him, it has to be said. Key tackles, I assume, will be the same, and is also Van der Mees up there as well, which is nice to see. And key passes then, let's take a look. 41 for Fernandes. I tell you what, he is a diamond in the rough. 31 years of age. He might be quite cheap, so who knows? We might see him again soon. And that brings us to the end then. If you've enjoyed it and you've enjoyed watching through this season, we had a little bit of a European campaign, didn't we? And you know what? This season isn't quite over yet. There's one more game to go. So if you want to see the game between Dortmund and Tottenham, it'll be out later tonight. That means tonight on this channel around, I don't know, I've said actually, haven't I? If it hits 2,000 likes, as soon as we hit that target, it goes up. That could be an hour, that could be 2 hours, 3 hours, or 14 days, we don't know. Right then, if you've enjoyed today's video as well though, please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and with love, with care, from me, it's Ben. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Bye, Stuttgart. Bye-bye. I'm still manager, so it's fine. And just before we go, if you want to get your hands on the hashtag scenes t-shirt, hoodie or mug, there is a link in the description below. We're also bringing out the Respect the Equipment t-shirt. A lot of people missed it and want it back, so it's available in the store. Link in the description.